to follow fall.
So
Every year regularly for the last 6,500 that we don't see it is not going to change.
But don't worry,
Now, some
it's
winters
gonna
are
happen no
long,
matter what.
and some are short, and some are hard,
get
and
it
some are
in.
easy. But they
Hardwood
always come
floor,
right after fall.
sock game,
It
baby.
isn't going to
I'll
change.
move the bicycle just so I don't hit it.
Sometimes you can figure it out. Sometimes there's no way to figure it out. Sometimes it goes well. Sometimes it gets in a knot. Sometimes it sails along. Sometimes it gets in reverse. See, that's not going to change. The last 6,000 years reads like this: opportunity mixed with difficulty. That's how it reads. It isn't going to change. The man says, well, if it isn't going to change, how will my life ever change? Answer, when you change. And whether I'm talking to high school kids or business executives, my message is always the same. And it goes like this: the only way it gets better for you is when you get better. Let me give you the 4 major lessons in life to learn. Here's 4 majors. It's good to study the majors. In our weekend seminar, we teach. Some people don't do well because they major in minor things. You've got to be on the lookout. At the end of every week, end of every month, you got to check, make sure you're not spending major time on minor things. We go through that whole series. Majors and minors. Now, let me give you 2 phrases before we get to the 4 majors. This will set it up and you'll see where I'm going. 2 key phrases for your notes. Here's the first one. Life and business is like the changing seasons.
Woo.
That's the first phrase. Life and business is like the changing seasons.
Grab my fluids.
One of the best ways to describe life
That's
is like the
hydrated.
seasons.
Water.
Frank
Yes,
Sinatra
sir.
sings, life is like seasons.
Half gallon bottle.
Now here's the second phrase. Very important. You cannot change the seasons, but you can change yourself.
So everything I'm doing
You
is simple
can't
calisthenics.
change the seasons,
Taking my time
but you
doing some
can
push-ups.
change yourself.
And I'm going into mountain climbers, but keep my
And see,
feet on
that's
the
how
floor,
life gets better for you.
dragging them,
Not
creating
by
a little extra
chance,
resistance.
but
And what I'm
by
doing is, on the next
change.
exercise, I'm bringing my knee to the
Now
outside
here's
of
the
my
4
elbow,
major lessons in life
just
to learn.
above it as much as possible, trying to give them the touch.
I've got my first book finished. It
Now,
came
if
out a
you need
couple of
to,
weeks
you can
ago.
use
This
your
is it.
knees to
The
do the
4
exercise.
major
It's
lessons in
perfectly
life
fine.
to learn. Here they are. Number 1,
You can get a little stronger.
learn how to handle the
You can do them a
winters.
little bit longer.
That's lesson
You can
1.
go on your hands and your toes.
They come right after fall.
If you're really fancy,
With
you can use no hands.
regularity. Some are long and some are short and some are
But
hard
really
and some are
getting up,
easy, but they keep
getting the
coming.
movement, the momentum in. And what is
You
allowing
must
me to
learn to
do is
handle the nights.
working
They
my
come
core
right
all
after
the time.
days.
This
You
is
must
a
learn to
push-up
handle
position, you're still
difficulty.
engaging your
It comes
core,
right after
really
opportunity.
engaging your whole body.
You must learn to handle
Keeping your
recessions.
planks to your
They
core
always
locked
follow
in.
progressions. For the
And
last
same with the mountain
6,000,
climbers is working more of
see, it isn't going to
your
change.
lower abs, even
The
though
lesson you
down
must
your
learn is
spine
how to
slightly,
handle it.
but still engaging
And
your
there's all
core,
kinds of winters, right?
keeping your butt down the
The
whole
winter
time.
when you can't figure
You're
it
bringing your
out.
knees to
The
your
winter
elbows.
when it all
You want
goes
to keep your back
smash.
straight,
The
your butt
winter
down.
when it turns belly
And
up.
it's a great core exercise.
The winter when it
It's also
won't
helping
work,
with your
when
glutes.
you've run out of money and you've got a
So-
broken heart. See, those are winter times.
Just talking. About to give you another set of
There's
that
all
in.
kinds. Economic
And roll into the next
winters,
bit.
social winters,
Woo!
personal
Let's go, y'all.
winters. When your heart is smashed in 1,000 pieces
Open up the grip.
and the nights
Do
are
a little wider
unusually
push-up
long,
this time.
your prayers seem to go no higher than your head. It's wintertime. Barbara Streisand sings, "It used to be so natural to talk about forever, but used to be's don't count anymore. They just lay on the floor till we sweep them away. You don't sing me love songs, and you don't say you need
Keep
me,
my back flat.
and you don't bring me flowers anymore." A song of winter. But see, the disappointments come. Those are normal. That's part of life. But the question is, how do you handle it? How do you handle the coming winters and the disappointments and the downtimes? Well, you can't get rid of January by tearing it off the calendar. But here's what you can do. You can get stronger, you can get wiser, and you can get better. The winters won't change, but you can. And that's how life changes for you. See, before I understood, when it was winter, I used to wish it was summer. I didn't understand. When it was hard, I used to wish it was easy. I didn't know. And then Mr. Shope gave me a part of his very unique philosophy when he said, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. See, that triggered my whole life change. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge. Wish for more wisdom. That's the key. So that's lesson 1. Learn how to handle the winters. Here's lesson 2. Learn how to take advantage of the spring. That's the second.
Don't take a whole lot.
Spring is called opportunity. And spring follows winter. What a great place for it. If you were going to put it somewhere, that'd be the place to put it. Right after winter.
Calories, get your metabolism going.
And pray tell, how often does spring follow winter?
Control your day from the very time you wake up.
Every year with regularity, 6,000.
And
you can almost count on it.
Something more positive, some more motivational.
See, opportunity always comes.
Thought philosophy.
Days follow nights. Isn't that terrific?
If you come from a family,
opportunity follows difficulty. But here's what you must learn to do. Underline these 2 words in that key phrase. Take advantage. Underline those 2. You must learn to take advantage of the spring.
From people who have been more successful in life.
See, just because spring rolls around is no sign you're going to look good come fall. You got to do something with it.
Financial, career-wise.
In fact, you have to get good at one of 2 things in life. Planting in the spring or begging in the fall.
So when you're working out, your body's opening up.
Or get somebody to do it for you. See, those are about the only alternatives.
A whole lot more. Because now you're more...
Now here's what else you must do. Take advantage of the springs quickly, because there's only a few. Just a handful of springs have been handed to each of us. They don't come forever. Life is fairly brief. So you got to read every book you can get your hands on on what to do with your springs while they're here. And take advantage, they soon run out.
So, yes.
The Beatles wrote, life is so short.
Herbalife 24, half-gallon bottle.
And for John Lennon, it was extra short.
Water.
But life is brief. Elton John sings, she lived her life like a candle in the wind.
On each side.
It's brief. So whatever you're going to do with your life, you got to get at it. Don't just let the springs pass.
The more engaged your core is going to be. When you pick your feet up, you have to balance yourself.
Here's the 3rd major lesson in life to learn. Learn how to protect your crops all summer. You got to take care of what you start. Sure enough, as soon as you've planted your garden in the spring, the busy bugs and the noxious weeds are out to take it. And here's the next bit of truth. They will take it unless you prevent it. And that's the 3rd major skill to learn. You've got to learn to prevent the intruder from taking all the good you start. It's one of the challenges. Here's 2 key phrases on the number 3. First one, all good will be attacked. On this planet. Maybe not the next one we get to, but on this one, all good will be attacked. Every garden will be invaded. Not to think so is naive. And here's the second phrase. All values must be defended.
Stay thirsty, my friend.
Political values, social values, community values, family values, marriage values, friendship values, business values. Every garden must be tended all summer. 3rd major lesson.
You all syrupy in the mouth.
Now here's number 4.
Your thirst.
4th major lesson in life to learn.
Your body gives you electrolytes, has calories in it.
Learn how to reap in the fall without complaint.
When you start to work out,
learn to reap come harvest time,
including your sugar levels,
without complaint.
Having the right amount of glucose, that's what helps send the proper
take full responsibility for what happens to you.
Sports. So CR7
it's one of the highest forms of human maturity. Accepting full responsibility.
Get it.
It's the day you know you've passed from childhood to adulthood. The day you accept full responsibility.
Give me another set in.
And another note. Learn to reap in the fall without apology.
Let's go.
Without apology if you do well, and without complaint if you don't. That's maturity. I used to have that long list of reasons why I wasn't doing well. To explain. You got to explain, right? Otherwise you're going to look bad.
Extend.
I used to have this funny list called Reasons for Not Looking
If
Good.
you need to, put your hands behind your back for a little more support, make them lighter. Or you can even
I used to blame the government.
to figure out what your fitness
I mean, you can
level is.
believe that or not. It was at the top of my list. I had a lecture second to none. The government. That was on my list. I used to blame taxes. Look what you got left after they take everything. And they expect you to do well.
Now,
That was on my list.
pull the legs as straight up as possible.
Prices, that one's easy, right? You walk into the supermarket with $20, come out with a little half bag. So I had that on my list. I used to blame the weather. I blamed the traffic. I used to blame my car.
Ooh.
I blamed the manufacturers.
If you
I
tell
used
me
to blame the
start burning,
company.
That's perfect. Keep going.
I blamed company
When the burn
policy.
starts, that's when you're really
I used to blame the training
All
program.
emotion before that, leading up to it. It's not burning. It's not what they're doing.
I blame my negative
So
relatives. They
picture
were
like
always
going to
putting me
work.
down.
You work all week long.
I
yeah,
blame
it
my
is what it
cynical
is.
neighbors. They're just
But
selfish,
then all of a
looking out
sudden,
for themselves.
You
Won't
go
loan you
over
money.
40 hours,
They were on my
you
list.
start getting overtime. So it's not the best. Doesn't feel the best.
I used to blame the
Might be a little
economy.
uncomfortable because you're staying there longer.
I blamed the
than you wanna
community.
stay. But when that paycheck
That's
hits
pretty
that
good list for
overtime,
not doing
it's like,
well,
yes,
isn't
you're
I
part
thought it
of
was
the
good.
overtime. So it's the same thing.
I'll
for your
never
core, for
forget
your
one
body.
day.
When you start
Mr. Schultz was
burning,
very
don't
kind,
stop.
but he was also very
And you need the
blunt.
works to kick it in. So the more that you
And
do,
this was no exception.
while you're in that zone,
And I'm glad he was blunt. There's a lot of things I'd have
the
missed
more
if he hadn't
work
been
you get, the
blunt.
better the results you get. Don't
One day
hurt
with sort of a
yourself.
curious look on his face, he
When you
said,
know
Jim,
when burning
just
that
out of
happens,
curiosity,
you
tell me,
personally
how come
push past
you
that
haven't
initial
done
burn,
well up until
and it
now?
almost goes numb, like you don't feel it. Pain
Excellent question.
subsides, the burn subsides, and it's like goes.
I thought, well, so I won't look too bad.
to
I'll
a
go
two.
through my list.
So you get that extra work in. You get
And this
extra
list I just gave you, I put that on him.
Proper nutrition.
And he was very patient. He let me go through the whole thing, the government, the weather. I went through this whole thing. When I finished, he looked my list over very carefully. He said, Mr. Rohn, big problem with your list. You ain't on it. How brilliant.
Grades.
When I went to work for him a few months later, I learned very quickly to tear up my list, reasons for not doing well, and I threw it away. And I got me a fresh piece of paper. And I put one word on it.
All right.
Me.
If I do,
There's a Black Heritage spiritual that says it's not my mother, nor my father, nor my brother, nor my sister, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer.
some lunges.
See, I used to blame everything outside.
Squats, do some
And then let me
lunges.
give you a little philosophy that helped turn my life around. For your notes, here it
All right,
is.
cool. You do squats, lunges, more
It's
calves.
Not
Y'all ready?
what
Start.
happens
Get your feet shoulder distance a little bit wider.
that determines the quality or the quantity of your life. It's not what
I open my
happens.
feet up. I point my toes out a little bit
And the
wider.
reason is because what happens happens to about everybody.
Keep my
no
chest
different.
up as much as possible.
The sun went down on all of us last night. A common event, a happening. And I found out that the same things can happen to two different people. One gets rich and one stays poor. Why is that? It's because it's not what happens, but rather it's what you do that changes everything. So that's a key phrase. It's not what happens, it's what you do.
So I know we're going to go one leg first all the time.
What happens is about the same. You might put that in parentheses here. Same. What people do, that's what's different.
Again. But now when you're going to step out far enough. and
Anything
drop
can
the
happen,
back
right? Everything can
Make
happen.
sure
I've
that
heard all the stories.
the
I've
front of
been
your
one of the
knee
stories.
isn't way over your toes, you're balanced.
Hey, we could all tell stories all night long, right? Happenings.
Step out.
Anything can
Drop
happen.
the back knee.
Have you heard of
You see
Murphy's
how my
laws?
knees-
Anybody here heard of Murphy's laws? Okay, most of you
You don't
have.
want it to look like this.
Murph had these laws.
I'm
One
trying
of
to
them
keep my eye
was,
on
if
one another.
anything can go wrong, it will. That's one of Murphy's laws. He was not one of the great positive speakers of the day. But anyway, It's still true, though, right? Anything can go wrong. Everything can go wrong. For sure. I've fallen out of the sky so many times. Once to the tune of a couple of million. Devastating. Took me a while to survive that one.
Woo.
Now, it wasn't all that much, but it was all I had. Right? I mean, that's when it's much, right? When it's all you got. If you got 3, 2 go, you got 1 left, you ain't looking that bad. But when it all goes, has anybody been there when it all went? Anybody? Come on, the rest of you liars. Hey, we've all been there, right? When it all went.
Hey.
Of course, it used to be a long time ago, right? When you ran out of money, got to 0, you were all through. Heck, now you can whistle right on by 0, right? I mean, they will bury you. That's what they will do. But see, those are the happenings, right? Everything can happen. Anything can happen. But it's not the happenings. It's what you do about it.
Open up that.
Somebody says, yeah, but you don't understand the disappointments I've had.
On your thigh.
Come on.
Watch my heel.
Everybody's had their share. Disappointments are not special gifts reserved for the poor. Everybody has them. The difference is what you do about it. It's not the weather. I used to blame the weather, and I discovered it rains on the rich. So see, that won't help. Two men wake up one morning, there's a rainstorm on. One of them looks out his window, sees the rainstorm, and he says, wow, what a storm. With weather like this, they can't expect you to go out and make sales. He stays home. Same morning, the other guy looks out his window, sees the same storm, says, wow, what a storm. But he says, you know what, with weather like this, what a great day to go out and make sales. Most everybody will probably be home, especially the sales. See, that's the difference in how your life works out. It's not what happens, it's what you do. So here's one of the key questions of the evening. Starting tomorrow, what are you going to do that'll make a change in your life's direction? Good question. What are you going to do starting tomorrow that'll make a difference?
That's a good one.
Now, see, if you don't do something starting tomorrow that'll make a difference, guess what?
I do a little bit extra.
It's going to be the same. And see, that way you can guess what the next 5 years are going to be like. Look at the last 5. Because the next 5 are going to be like the last 5 unless you, major key, tomorrow, change it all. Or change a little, or change something, or don't change. It's choice time. You can do whatever you want. But it's nice to know any day you wish you can change your whole life.
Check my ankles out. Yes.
What can you do starting tomorrow that'll make a difference?
Calves together. All right, y'all.
Good question.
Quick
What can you do with economic chaos, massive disappointment? What can you do with a broken heart? What can you do when it won't work?
And we all have powerful days. You're not going to have my shake after this.
So if I had a word with you tonight, one-on-one,
I make my shakes.
just you and me,
I get my real results.
I think my personal advice to you
Not
would
the
be,
workouts, but the workouts
this
doesn't
year,
help.
1981, reach down inside of you and come up with some more of those remarkable human gifts. They're there, waiting to be utilized. And then change anything for you you want to change. And I challenge you to do that because you can change. If you don't like how it is for you, change it. If it doesn't suit you, change it. If it doesn't please you, change it. If it isn't enough, change it. And I challenge you to do that because you can change. See, you don't ever have to be the same again after tonight, only by choice. If you don't like your present address, change it. You're not a tree. Now, let me give you 3 steps to personal development. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What does it take to really make the changes starting tomorrow? It takes more than philosophical pronouncement. I know that. It also takes more than enthusiasm. I know we're hearing a lot about enthusiasm these days, but see, that just won't do the job. We're still hearing the old cliches of the 30s, right? To be enthusiastic, you must act enthusiastic. But see, that's not going to help. After you have leaped about, there are some things you got to do, or it isn't going to change. So you can get all excited about lifting 200 pounds till you get to the gym. And then you need a new excitement. And the new excitement is called discipline. Major step to human progress. Discipline. If there's one thing to get excited over, that's it. Get excited over your ability to make yourself do the necessary things. What could you make yourself do starting tomorrow that would change it all? No. Tell. Now, see, that's exciting. On any given day, you can massively change the direction of your life. Murder is a clear example that any one person on any given day can forever alter the course of their life. It just happens to be a negative act. But just as sure as you can commit a negative act, you can also commit a positive act and forever alter your life whenever you wish. Now that's exciting. And whatever that act might be that changes your life. The guy finally takes a shotgun to his car and blows out every window, destroys every tire, puts 100 rounds in this shabby old thing. And he says, I have driven this embarrassing thing for the last time. And not only will I never drive it again, nobody else will ever drive it again. And he lets that shuddering thing stand there for a while as a monument to the day he said, today my life changes. Now, who can do that? Anybody. When can you do it? Whatever day you pick.
If not, you at work already? Oh, cool. Don't worry. I'm posting the video so you can do it when you get home.
Now, here's the key to discipline.
I'm going to take y'all into my kitchen real quick.
Start with the little disciplines. Get excited over the little disciplines. And get right on those, because those will lead to the big ones. You can't handle the big challenges in life unless you take on the little ones. Make a list of all the things you can do. Get right on those. Discipline yourself for those, both for the results and for the muscle and for the practice.
Yeah, what he just said was so dope. Start with the little disciplines. Maybe working out's more of a challenge for some people. Might be a little bit harder. Cool. Start with the little disciplines to it. So you don't need to go into the gym and go berserk and get the big old crazy membership. Start with this. Eat different. Now watch, everybody's like, oh, I just don't have time to do it, you know. I'm busy, I got kids, cool, I got a son too. You know, I'm just on the run all the time. Cool. I got a shaker cup for you. Add water, put your scoops in to get out the door. You have time to stop at Starbucks. You have time to cook a full breakfast. You have time to eat healthy. Just think about what you're saying. You don't have time to do something for your health. Don't let that be an excuse. I'm going to cut Jim back on and just see just how fast it is that you can actually make a shake, something that's good for your body, and be out the door in no time. Let me wash my hands first. Here goes Jim.
So that when life hands you some big challenges, you'll be ready, you'll have the muscle. But see, if you don't handle the small ones, you can't take care of the big ones. Okay, here's what else it takes for life change. Self-motivation. Key phrase, self-motivation. I don't know why we call it self-motivation. It's really the only kind there is. You've got to motivate yourself. Because I found out you can't change people. They can change themselves, but you can't change them. Lord knows some I've tried. But see, it won't work.
So just in case y'all thought it was fake.
People have to change themselves.
Guys, look,
I learned some of those lessons early. I built a little sales organization way back in those early days. I'm 25.
I'm not even going to rush through
and I had some nice people.
Add water.
I said, I'm going to make these people successful if it kills me. I almost died. Right? I mean, you can't do that.
Put in 2 people forming 1. I happen to be using cookies
See,
and cream
I discovered
today.
this. Good people are not trained. They're found.
Cookies and cream comes in the 3-day trial
You
pack.
find
Boom.
good people. You don't make them good. You find them
2 scoops
good.
done.
Training really is for the purpose of finding good people. You don't need much instruction for a good person.
And the protein is different because this one's
But too much
clean. It
training
actually
probably
works.
means
It's
you got it
100% of what it says it is. Boom. 2 scoops.
So you got to
Done.
find the right people. That's the key.
And see, I take
Getting
extra
good
stuff
job.
in mine, like my thicker.
One of the major things we
I
learn in
double blend mine.
management, lesson 1.
So it
Don't
takes a
send
little bit
your
extra.
ducks
Even
to
though it
Eagle
doesn't
School.
take the extra double blend, I just do it because I want to do it.
Eagle hat. I'm telling you, it won't help.
I don't have an ice maker, so I buy ice. Cool, big deal.
You can tell whether your school's done any good, right? Is when it's over, right? The duck goes for his first rabbit and makes him a friend. You say, no. Anyway, so it takes
Handful of ice in my
self-motivation to
shake.
really alter your life.
And
And you don't want to give
now.
self-motivation away to somebody
Shake
else
and
and make it somebody
stick it in
else motivating
Snickers.
you. The guy says, boy, if somebody just come by and turn me on. What if they don't show up? Right?
Boost the energy and metabolism.
Change your life, your
Boost
personality,
energy and metabolism.
lifestyle,
Burns up
everything.
200 calories.
Here's the
Tap, tap,
steps.
tap,
Number
tap,
one,
tap. I don't measure. I just tap.
find out
I like mine
how
dark. Like it's thicker than the average.
things.
Wow. So I like some more energy.
The
Add
first
it
key
into
to
a
doing
dry
better is
cup.
find out.
Pour your cold
To
water on
change your
top
life,
of
really,
it.
you need ideas.
I let it stir while I do. So it
There
doesn't
isn't
get comfy.
anything an idea
Bang.
can't change. And Schultz taught me the major problem is lack of an idea, not a
Mango
problem.
aloe. I'm going out of town.
At first,
I
I
don't
didn't have any
measure.
money. I said to Mr. Schultz, I don't have any money. He said, that's not a problem. Now, see, up
Yeah.
until then, I always thought it was.
All the
I
aloe.
was confused.
Boom, done
He
dealing.
said, no, the problem is
So,
lack of an idea
I now
on how
make
to create
breakfast
money and wealth.
I don't know
It's
how long
lack
it
of
took.
money, it's lack of ideas.
Maybe a minute,
So if
maybe
you get
two.
the ideas, so you can change
Put the
anything.
lid on,
Now,
get a
to
little
get
swirl.
ideas, you need a
Boom.
constant study of
Got my
finding
shake.
out.
And look, check this
Now,
out.
Schultz also
Take it
said
to
when
the
you
wall
find
there.
out something that works, put the information in your
Get you in these
journal.
cool little blenders.
Don't use your head for a filing cabinet. Put it in your journal so that you can do
Handle.
the next best thing. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Go over it.
Boom, on the go.
And if you repeat it,
Enter out the
over it,
door.
sure enough, someday, some mysterious day, the idea
That's all it
takes root,
takes.
starts to grow,
So,
and it
look,
shows
y'all,
up in your bank account.
There is nothing
your
more
dress,
important than your health.
your
You're trying to take care of your
personality, and your
family.
lifestyle.
You're trying to take care of your family, or you want to take care of your family. You do everything for your why. You do it for your kids. Just a thought that crosses the mind. If you're not healthy, you can't really take care of them. And just in case people don't know, when you pass away, the bills still keep on coming. There's a bill for passing away. So take care of your health now. It's literally all that you got. Because when you feel better, when you eat better, you feel better, you feel better, you think better, you speak better. When you speak better, you attract better, greater things in your life, and then you're just doing better all the way around. So stay in thoughts of positivity, happiness, feel good on the inside, watch how the rest of your life changes on the outside. Like, it's hard to have a bad day when you feel good. You ever woke up in the morning excited about life, just knowing you got something that you're about to do that you're really passionate about, and your day does not get messed up no matter what comes your way? You walk out, it's a flat tire, cool, no worries. I'm gonna call Uber, call a friend, I'm gonna catch the bus. You know what? I might just walk. You get to work and there's some coworker tripping, but your day's so set, you're so excited, so fired up, you can't have a bad day. So it's the same thing when you start to feel good on the inside, you just start to feel, but you feel better, you eat better, you're gonna feel better. So you're gonna really, literally think better. Everything becomes more positive, more happy. Yo, you're upset? Cool, drink a shake, chill out. It tastes like ice cream. You get abs and stuff from something that tastes like ice cream. So I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm already packed up, fortunately, so I don't have to do that. I did it last night. Yes, I'm growing up, not waiting till the last minute. And I'm about to go fly to Orlando for to celebrate the life of one of my friends who recently passed away. So I implore you guys, like, yo, it's real. Don't waste any time. Love the people you love. Tell them you love them. Connect with them. Do the absolute best that you can to be the best that you can. And set them up for life while you're here and even after. And just take care of yourself. Like, just do the absolute best that you can. Take care of yourself. It's so easy to do what's wrong, but it's so simple now and so easy to do what's good for you. Not saying that's the only way. I don't care which way you decide to get healthy. just get healthy one way or another. It doesn't matter which way. Just pick one and go all out. Like, it's for you. It's for your family. Sometimes you have to do for you first so you can do for them even longer and even better. So I love y'all. Hope y'all have an amazing, powerful day. I'm going to shut this down now, and I'm going to go get on this flight. All right, you have a powerful day.